Yep, I hate to say it about my Harley Sportster, but we're gonna have to do it. Alright everybody, what is up? What is up? As always, thanks for stopping by to another video today. As you can see, we are out on the lovely streets of Philadelphia on the Harley Sportster Iron 1200. It has been just a little bit of a minute since we've been on the Sportster. Obviously, we got the Street Bob now, and that has been like the fun and exciting new toy, obviously, that I've been obsessed with for the past couple months. A lot of content on the Street Bob, but we got to give the Sportster some love again right now. I still have been riding it a good amount, just haven't been filming as much with it, but wanted to go ahead and change that up today because there is a little something that we got to talk about with the Sportster. Something that I kind of hate to say that we're going to do to this bike. I kind of hate to have to say it, and I will explain that to you guys in just a minute. So of course you guys might have seen my video a little while back now talking about some of my future plans for the Street Bob, some of my ideas, some of the modification parts and stuff we want to go ahead and do to that. Some of them have already been executed and put in place. So now we got to talk a little bit about what the future plans are for the Sportster. That's right, so now that we've got the two bikes, we can go ahead and mess around with the Sportster a little bit. Do some stuff that I kind of wanted to do to it before, but didn't want to have it down for periods of time because it was my only bike. And for the longest time, I really wanted to keep this bike very functional because it was my only bike. So I wanted to be able to take it on long trips. I wanted to be able to take it around town. Like, I wanted to be able to just really do anything with it. And that's one of the great things about the Sportster. You really can do anything with it, take it anywhere you want. Yeah, the limitations of it, maybe not as comfortable, maybe not as powerful, but that's just kind of something you deal with. It doesn't take away from how you can mod this thing out. So that's one of the things I want to give you guys some insight in today is my future plans for this thing. Now that we've got two bikes, obviously with the Street Bob, it's bigger, it's more powerful. Yeah, that's probably most likely obviously going to end up being my more long distance, long trips type of bike. It's got more power, it's bigger, stronger, more comfortable, all that stuff. So it's going to be my bigger, longer road trip type bike. And so with that said, before we get into some of the things that I plan to do to the Sportster now, let me know what direction you think we should take the Sportster. Literally, the possibilities are endless almost. Like, we could do literally anything to this bike at this point. So that is my plans for this video. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what my intentions are for the future, but like I said, before we get started, let me know what you think we should do to this thing. You could scramble it, you could bob it out, chop it out, rat rod it out, anything. Let me know down in the comments what you think we should do to this bike. Let me know what some of your recommendations or suggestions are. Maybe stuff that you've done to yours, maybe stuff that you've seen other people do to theirs. Like I said, possibilities are endless. Goddamn, it is windy as hell out here today. But like I said, anyways, drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think we should do to the Sportster now. And then I'm going to give you my insight on what I actually plan to do with it. And so, kind of to get right into it, the reason that I kind of hate to say what I want to do to it now is I kind of already started to allude to that. Like, the Street Bob is obviously going to be the bigger, stronger, long distance travel type bike. And I hate to say it, but what I kind of plan to do to this bike now is turn it into like a small bobber, rat rod, like bar to bar, 10 mile, 15 mile a day bike. And so I'll explain to you why I hate to say that, because just like I said at the beginning, you guys know that I've kept this bike very functional. I take it everywhere. I've done long trips, short trips, road trips, weekends, overnight, like anything really. And that's why I kind of hate to say it, because that's one of the things, you know, a lot of people, the connotation of the Sportster, people are like, oh, you know, it's a bar hopper, short distance, this or that, it's limited, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And now that I have the Street Bob, that's why I kind of hate to say it about the Sportster, is I'm going to turn it into that exact type of thing that I always was against people saying that it was. So I'm kind of contradicting myself here, where I'm saying, you know, I'm going to kind of like rip this thing up, strip it down, bob it out, turn it into like a little rat rod type bike. That's probably not going to be much more fun than riding it for like 10 to 15 miles at a time, but I think I'm going to really like the look of it. So we're going to pull over here in just a minute and tell you what some of my plans are going to be for that. And that's why I kind of hate to say it, like I said, because I'm kind of falling back into that connotation of that's all it's good for. But like, it's not. Like, I've literally taken this bike anywhere I've wanted to go, across the state, multi-state weekend trips. I've got almost 17,000 miles on this thing, so like, it's no slouch. Obviously you can do anything you want with this, but now that I have the Street Bob, I think it's time to do a little bit of stripping this thing down. We're gonna rip it down a little bit. We're gonna pull over here and go through kind of from front to back what I do actually have planned for it. Alright, well, this sketchy little parking garage seems like a good place to pull over and take a look at the bike, see what we got planned for this thing. Alrighty, so there she is, the Harley Sportster 2019 Iron 1200. Just such a beauty. I just could not get rid of it. But like I said, so now that we got two bikes, I really kind of do want to just like strip this thing down, rat rod it out. Some of my plans for this are going to include, I guess maybe if we start like up front here, I think we will probably like remove the front fender, strip that off. Taking it up a little bit farther, I think we'll probably leave the cafe fairing on, because that's kind of like a cafe bobber type style type of thing. But what I do think we're gonna do is we're definitely gonna change out these bars. We're gonna drop these things way down. So the reason we're gonna do that is because obviously the big little mini ape hangers here, good for traveling, good, comfortable, long distance type of stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and drop those bars down. I'm thinking either a drag bar goes straight across, or like bars with a smaller rise up and out. I know Biltwell has this one style that kind of comes up and out, like maybe up an inch or 2 inches or so. Also, I would consider maybe putting stock 883 bars on here as well. Just kind of drop it down, give her that lower cafe racer, lower bobber style look. If you guys have any recommendations on the bars I should put on this thing to kind of do a build like this, to rip this thing apart, let me know. Like I said, I got a couple different options in mind. Also, might do it like a Z bar that comes up and out. Either way, they're definitely getting dropped way down. We're going to get rid of these, drop the bars down. Again, it's either going to be a drag bar, Z bar, maybe a stock 883 bar. I don't know. We'll see. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think about what we should do for bars on this thing. So next up, what we're going to do, I know people like to do kind of like a wire tuck and tank lift. I don't want to lift the tank, but we're definitely going to do a wire tuck, give it a little bit more of a stripped down look. We're going to clean this up, create that space right there. I know that requires the coil ignition relocation over here kind of, but what we're going to do, again, we're going to clean up that. We're not going to lift the tank. I'm not necessarily a big fan of that, but we're going to clean up the wires underneath to give it a little more stripped down look. Coming back into the middle of the bike, we've got the Saddleman step up here. You can see my Saddleman step up. Man, this thing's got a lot of miles on it. This thing's got like 15,000 some miles on it. It's kind of coming apart, actually. That's not good. But I think what we're going to do here is we're probably going to put like a very minimalistic stripped down solo seat on this thing. I don't know. I mean, I might keep this for sometimes. I don't know. I'm not going to totally get rid of it. But what we'll do is we'll put maybe like a LaPera bare bones type seat on there. Something very minimal. Give it like a stripped down bobber look on the seat. Coming over to the other side here, air cleaner, probably keep that the same, but probably keep the pipes the same as well. But I think what we'll do, again, these are the Vance & Hines twin slash slip-ons. They sound pretty good. They sound pretty loud and everything. I think what we do is we might remove the baffles from these just to make it a little bit more raw, crusty sounding. Make it a little louder and obnoxious, because again, we'll probably just be doing short distances on this. We might go ahead and remove the baffles out of these pipes, make it a little louder. Also, in relation to the pipes, I think what we might do is I might do a white wrap of the header pipe, because I think that could kind of look cool with a contrasting of the tank color. I think if we do a white wrap of the headers, that could look pretty cool. I know a lot of times the old rat rods and bobbers have the pipes wrapped, so I think that could be kind of a cool look. Let me know what you think of that down in the comments, if we should wrap these pipes. I'd like to do it in white to do like a contrast of the tank here. And then finally, coming into the back, we know obviously we've already got the chain guard removed here that broke off many miles ago. We'll we'll probably just go ahead and remove the rest of the plastic piece here, strip it down even more, and then I think what we'll do is we will go ahead and maybe get new suspension here, slam the shocks down a little bit, drop it, lower it even more. These are the, I think I got the 12.5-inch progressives on here now for more like comfort and longer distance riding. But I think what we might do is go ahead and drop them down with some slam shocks and change up the suspension a little bit for more bobber, cafe racer, rat rod style. And then all to the way back here, I think we'll probably go ahead and keep the sissy bar. It's detachable anyways. I can take it on and off if I want to, but I think we'll probably keep it. I think that would be kind of a cool look to keep having the higher sissy bar on there, but then again, a detachable, can always take it off if we want to. So yeah, I'm excited to keep working on this bike here, but yet again, like I said, I hate to say it, I hate falling back into that connotation of it's only a short distance, you know, bar hopper, short day ride type bike, because like I said, I've already done so much stuff with this, going all over the place on it. But since we got the street bob, I figure I might as well rip this thing up, make it something a little bit different, make it a little less similar to what I plan to do with the street bob on it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bob it out, strip it down a little bit. If there's any other parts that you think I should switch up or change, I know some people like to do the speedometer relocation. I don't really like that as much, so we'll probably end up leaving that where it is. But yeah, if there's any other recommendations you guys think out there that I should do, or any other directions you think I should take it, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Of course, always open to feedback. I would love to hear some of your ideas of what you've done to your Sportsters out there when you were switching them up, or any feedback on what you do think I should go ahead and do with this. Again, we're gonna kind of go strip it down rat rod bobber style with this thing. So yeah, that'll give you one last look at the Iron 1200 here. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up under this sketchy little bridge over here in Kensington, Philadelphia. I don't think we should stick around here too much longer, but as always, thanks for stopping by to check out another video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, be a friend, tell a friend. As always, ride safe out there. It's the Moto John. We'll see y'all on down the road. Peace.